You want to change your drinking. You don't get there by feeling more understood or understanding more about yourself, by laying on a couch weekly talking about feelings. Or, and you might hate me for this, by discovering the underlying issues for your drinking. And again, I mean indefinitely. There might be a time for that. But you get there by becoming capable and becoming powerful in your choices. I'm not telling you to be arrogant. I don't want you to be a dick about it. You just become quietly certain that you can control your patterns and build a life that you want. You've probably heard somebody before say it just clicked for them. They stopped drinking. They changed their life. And when you actually ask them how, and when you ask them what happened and what day it was, they really can't even tell you. They can't point to a day. They can't even point to a moment. They just said the word, it clicked. It clicked. Maybe you're waiting for that moment right now, thinking one day you'll wake up and the switch will just flip. I thought so too. I thought that way for a long time. But after doing this work for years, after walking through it myself slowly and with a lot of failures, and after sitting across the table from people like you who and others that have actually figured it out, I've learned that it's not luck, it's not magic, it's really about a pattern. So this is really what I have observed. For most of my life, I was looking for someone to understand me, understand my feelings, understand what I was going through. And truth be told, I mean, I wanted to feel loved. I wanted to feel accepted. I think we all do. I thought if I could just get those things from the outside, meaning from other people, approval, job successes, I would finally be okay. And if you're being honest with yourself, it's likely that you are feeling the same thing, looking for the right person to finally just simply get you, the right program to fix you, the right moment where all things just kind of make sense. But here's the truth: you don't get there by finally feeling understood or discovering the underlying issues. You get there by becoming capable, by becoming powerful in your choices, not arrogant, not a little punk. I'm talking about just quietly certain that you can control your patterns and your actions, that you have a strategy for your life, that you know how to move toward what actually matters. And when you build that capability, something is going to shift. You're not going to have to fight alcohol anymore. You won't have to white knuckle it through your cravings or tell yourself, I can't drink tonight. I've got to stay away from the drinking or the activity. You're going to simply outgrow it. It's going to become irrelevant, not because you're resisting it, but because your life gets just so big, so tied to your purpose and what actually matters, that drinking just doesn't have space anymore. And that really is what the click is. It's not this magical special moment. It's what happens when you build a life so full of meaning that the old patterns, they just don't fit in there anymore. Here's the formula I've seen over and over, and what I really want to share with you. First, you become capable. You learn the skills. You understand how your brain works. And you see the equation behind the drinking and realize that it's not a character flaw. It's a pattern that you can actually change. Second, you become competent, meaning you have a plan. You know what your success vision looks like. And you know what your core three are. And those are the 2 to 3 daily disciplines that are going to keep you moving forward. And then third, this is where something beautiful is going to happen. You start to respect yourself. You start to admire yourself. Again, not in a punk, arrogant way, but in a quiet, private, deeply personal way. And you're just going to carry yourself differently. You're going to trust your own words again. And from that place, that's where you form the foundation of self-respect and how you're going to go so far past this, so far past drinking, so far past this struggle that you feel you're in or you are in. And you build a life where this is just a chapter. Hell, it's going to feel like footnotes. It's not going to be the main story. It's not going to be the book. And I've watched this happen thousands of times. And I've lived it myself. And I want it for you. And here is kind of where it starts. First, you choose that you want change for yourself, not your spouse, not your kids, not your job, not because you got arrested, because you have a DUI, but I'm talking about for you. Notice how I said change. I didn't say become sober. I didn't say get into recovery. I didn't say quit drinking completely forever. Sure, alcohol might be the thing that's just slapping you in the face right now. It might feel like that. You might feel like this is actually the problem, but alcohol, addiction, other destructive habits, those are the symptoms. Those are the underlying issues. The real change is deeper. It's your choices that become your identity. We know that. And your identity becomes your character, and your character shaping your internal posture. And from there, it's really a natural progression into your higher life, your bigger life, the life where you're actually meant to be and what you're built for. That is the change. Alcohol just happens to get left behind along the way. And two, you need a program. And it doesn't need to be endless therapy. It doesn't need to be labels. It doesn't need to be you sitting in rooms talking about how you're broken for the next 30 years. It just needs to give you a map and the tools, just a map and the tools. And three, you have to follow through with your daily disciplines, your core three, the small, non-negotiable actions that actually build momentum, that stack proof and evidence of someone new. That's really it. Choose change for yourself, get the system, follow through daily, and here's what I will promise you. You won't have to fight this forever. It can be over pretty darn fast. You won't have to manage it for the rest of your life. You are going to simply outgrow it like you've outgrown so many things in your life. Because when you become capable and then powerful in your choices, when you have a plan and you're actually executing on it, when you respect and admire the person that you are actually becoming, I'm telling you, alcohol doesn't stand a chance. It becomes so small, so irrelevant. A thing that you used to do before you built something so much better and so much bigger. And that is the click. It's not luck. It's architecture. You're actually building this. I've seen people just like you do it, and I want that for you. If you do want to go deeper, if you want the map, if you want the tools, and someone in your corner while you actually build this, I put together the 7-day alcohol correction system inside the ambitious recovery system, and I'll help you walk through it. The dials formula, the success vision, your core three, the daily disciplines that really make it automatic. So the link's going to be in the description, or you can always just reach out to me. You don't have to figure this out alone. And you don't have to wait for it to simply click for you. You can build it, and it's easier than you think. Talk soon.